Beautiful shot of energy. We are live. Welcome to Ghosts Town, a vampire hunter. Before we get into the usual preamble, kind of figuring out where we were beforehand, let's all make sure that we have, in fact, started our recording on Audacity, which I have now. Yep. Are we live? Yes. Are we chives?
Good morning, surf and turf.
Wrong. Well, it's been a minute, huh? Welcome back to the post time skips surf and turf. Trent is 99 now. Zeke is 46.
Again.
Everybody roll 2d6 for age. God. Yeah, what's up?
I guess, sorry, several questions on that. Do we add them together? Are they two separate numbers? And if so, which one comes before the other?
Oh, you'll know when you roll.
I think you just roll them one and then the other, and then that's one number and then the next number.
Zeke is either 21 or 12.
Oh, he's 12. Next question. Our camera is in a van. We hear confused conversation from the back of the van. Stu? Question. Music? Album? Someone in the front seat says something reassuring. We can't quite hear it. Maybe we don't understand the language that they're speaking. Anyways, radio turns on and we hear a fading trumpet into the background, and then the dulcet tones of a human voice saying, "That was Miles Davis's On the Corner, played in its entirety live in studio by the Ken Walnut Ensemble." Terrific stuff, guys. My name is Pork Caribou, filling in for Stanley Tucci, no relation, and you're listening to the Full Album Tuesdays here on 92.2 JZYY, Choke Point's Jazz Radio. While we wait for our next band to set up, I've got a few announcements. Shuffling paper noises, tires screech as it takes a corner. We'd like to endorse a upcoming concert this fine January the 7th, this Friday, at not a normal music venue. Tickets appear to be free. More details to come, but just want you to write down the address: 1111 Tungsten Boulevard. More details to come. Brought to you by Monsoon Holdings. Ad for local window cleaning service, ad for local egg hatchery, ad for local embalming service. And now here's Ted Limpet and his Bebop Boys playing At the Perishing, But Not For Me. Hit it, guys! And then you hear a really just beautiful piano track. Fades off into the background. This is Ghost Town, a Vampire Hunter. When last we left our fine compatriots, they were in 11111 Tungsten Boulevard East, preparing, hopefully, for a upcoming concert hosted by a band name To Be Revealed, featuring Stu Parker, Valerie, Zeke, Nice Man, the creature, and good old Stu Parker were in a abandoned seeming dentist office that was directed them to go to by Mr. Monsoon, when a truly long conversation with a small furry animal that they have learned and decided is known as the creature, brackets Nice Man, you can say it either way, a strange bullet flew in through the window, just barely missing the strange vampire creature. Before you had time to really deal with all of that, Mr. Monsoon and Guy showed up. They said a lot of stuff very quickly. They both seem very, very haggard. It's not anybody's favorite Monday morning. We're cutting to about an hour later. The three of you have split up from your previous meeting on various tasks. Who wants to do a scene first, huh?
Oh, keeper, just some housekeeping. Can we get an image in the background, please?
An image in the background and an image of you guys? That's probably, I guess, a good idea.
So last time we learned that the creature
Nice Man
can talk.
Yeah.
Nice Man.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
Yeah. and we were setting up the venue. Someone shot at him through the window.
Yeah, a similar shot was volleyed at Valerie earlier that early morning when she was picking up bulletproof vests with Guy Go at the docks.
Right, and it was like a gob of sorts.
A gob of shite. It was a gob of liquid with what appeared to be maybe black powder or something in it. Then it hit the ground, leaving a pretty big dent, but leaving no shrapnel, only water. Also, in the morning preceding this, Ezekiel Arthurs was visited by two men that, according to him, he's never met before, named Man Maggots and Simeon Sitovich, as well as good old Dermot. The two said that they were looking for Ezekiel's new friend, Stu Parker, but not to say that they had, kind of been around too much. And they, according to what they were saying to Zeke last time, should be on their way to this big building. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Any more questions about what's happened before? It's been a minute since we did it.
Yeah, I think we're still in November because I think the concert's supposed to be on
You're so real.
15th.
You're so real for that. I always get my Decembers backwards.
Dave is still at Green Sand Tomatoes. Is that still true? Does that hold up, or is this old notes?
Dave is still at Green Sand Tomatoes.
Green Sand Tomatoes has been quarantined and.
They're now the super of my building.
Pretty much.
Dave?
Green Sand.
Oh. Who's Dave?
I'm really not. Is
What are
Dave
you,
Green Sand Tomatoes? Are you thinking of Dave Tomatoes, Green Sand's uncle, who?
Fucking maybe. I don't know. That's all this says.
He didn't make it.
I need to get 2 journals.
Yeah, one for notes and one for notes on your notes.
Just one for notes and one for the journaling and stuff.
We're gonna start with Stu Parker. Stu, Mr. Monsoon asked you to gather all members of the band that you are in to this building to kind of plan out what this concert in 5 days is gonna look like. Were you able to convince all of them to come today?
Yeah, I think so. Someone's probably late. I think Craig.
Cool.
Craig is probably late.
So everybody else is here.
Bass player. Oh, yeah. Do we want to go through the names of my bandmates?
Now,
I found the page of notes.
I would really like that. Now, while this is happening, either Luna or Reese, can you type this into the chat? Sorry. One more piece of housekeeping, just super, super quick. It is Luna's birthday today.
Whoa. Happy birthday, Luna.
Happy birthday, Luna. Luna,
Happy
you're going to
birthday.
get +1 going forward to birthday-based checks. If it's something that you think you would be better at on your birthday, I'm going to let you add 1 to that roll.
But only for me, not for Valerie.
Yeah, so if you're trying to convince me of something, you get a +1 to that roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also +1 to cake of any variety that you wish. Black Forest, ham. So yeah, Stu, why don't you run me down? So Stu Parker, local spell slinger / wizard / warlock of Mr. Monsoon. You are in is it an 11-piece jazz ensemble?
Well, this is a smaller band. I think that was the one that we were talking about. Like the album that he would have been working on to get
Rutger Horse to take the album
Rutger Horse to take the cover for. But I think this is more short notice. I think this is a new. I think
group?
Stu's the type to be in many projects all the time that are sort of, and he calls them projects.
Yeah. Or you calls them projects or joints.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a separate
so
Stu
this
Parker
one-
joint. Yeah.
Okay, so this is only a 6-piece band.
Mhm.
Actually, wait, 7. Hold on. Okay, so we got Craig, Stu's roommate, playing the bass. That is how Stu and Craig met.
Yep.
Also, I guess I have a lizard named Ran.
Yeah. You guys have a lizard at your apartment.
Okay, it's like
It's a house.
owned lizard. I
It's a
guess.
house
Okay.
lizard. Yeah.
So Craig plays the bass. He's late to this meeting, despite us presumably leaving from the same place.
I think you
Or
were already
was I
here.
already here?
You were already
Okay.
here. You came here with Mr. Monsoon.
And then there's Tom, or as we call him, Crazen, who's on the drums. Amanda on lead guitar and vocals. No relation to Amanda, Stu's roommate, who is not a musician. um, Sam on rhythm guitar and vocals, and then Tony Suit on the pedal board. His instrument is sort of like a big like modular effects board that he just sort of makes horrible noises on.
Oh yeah, Tony Suit does good work though.
Yeah, he holds the band together. Oh yeah, and the band is called well, I had written down Psychomantium, which is, I think, a fun band name. But also, I was just looking at my other notes, and I think it would be fun to have a band called Moses Salmon after Stu's landlord.
Is Psychomantium now? Does this come from another fine addition to my Psychomantium?
Oh, fuck, maybe.
This is a
Although I
thing.
think that was maybe in a different room. A Psychomantium is a real type of room.
Oh my god!
It's like a Victorian era like pseudoscience type invention. It's like a dark. It's like a scrying thing. Like it's a dark room with a mirror pointed towards darkness, and you're supposed to go in there until you see a ghost.
Okay, cool. So Psychomantium Sans Craig has met up in. Are you in the dentist's office proper? Are you like out in the hallway? Like where is Stu holding counsel with his fine?
I've decided this band is going to be called Moses Salmon Psychomantium. That's the full name of the band.
Can I give you a pitch?
Uh-huh.
In the Psychomantium of Moses Salmon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's good. Or for short, Psychomantium or Moses.
This is why none of our projects ever go anywhere, Henry. Psychomantium Moses Salmon are in this dentist's office with you. You got Amanda kind of reclined on the dentist's chair proper. As to the creature, have you kept the creature in this room? Are you introducing the band to your little bat now, or?
I think I'm gonna just because I have a lot on my plate.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's fully not going to occur to Stu to introduce the band to Nice Man the Creature until the show is happening.
Cool. The creature is in the cupboard still, closed.
Yeah.
There are quiet sounds of raspberries being eaten. Everybody's just kind of come in. They've pushed some of their musical stuff in the other room, and they're all just kind of staring at you. Some a little confusedly, some with like really for sure open worry on their faces, Stu.
Hey, thanks for coming on such short notice, everyone.
Very short notice, Stu.
Is it?
Not same day, but this is. Sorry, I'm on edge. It's me, Tom. I drove the car here.
Did you all come in the same car?
Yeah, we came in the van and listened to the radio.
Did you not get Craig? Or is Craig here now?
Craig's at work. Craig's finishing work.
Oh, okay.
You know Craig.
Yeah, I know Craig.
You know what Craig's like. Craig's closing. Stu, what's going on, man?
Oh, yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I've barely seen you for like a month. I've for sure not seen you at work where we both go.
True.
Oh, okay, what else? We've not finished recording the album, and that's another thing. Yeah, we're still waiting for a lot of your flute parts on that one.
Shit.
So you have a manager now. That's a big one.
Yeah.
We're doing a concert in 5 days that we heard about on the radio. None of our names were mentioned, by the way. So bad radio ad.
Well,
that's not on you. I'm just like, that window's broken, by the way, out there.
Limited runtime for the ad is all.
True. I mean, yeah, the jazz ads are pretty expensive. I tried to get one for my dad's birthday. Quit distracting me.
I'm sorry.
We were talking in the car here. I'm speaking for the band. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Miss Piggy.
Yeah. It's disrespectful. He can't help how he sounds. What's happening, Stu? We'd love to do we love a weird gig in 5. Like, we're not saying we don't want to do it, but like, wow, anything, man. Maybe. I mean, I'd like you at this point. Sorry, no. Say your piece, and then I'm gonna get you to roll manipulate someone.
Okay. Listen, guys. It's been a bit of a crazy month. You know how it is. I I've got this new part-time job at I guess City Hall, which is kind of and don't it's a long story. It's a long story. Basically, I've been kind of grinding and it's been bad or it's been fine. I know
Yeah,
I'm
you
fine,
look
but
bad, man.
Hey,
Sorry. Yeah, Tom, Tom, let me. Sam stands up. Tom, take a seat, man. Stu, we appreciate the hustle, man, but just literally, are we gonna get paid for this? Is a big one.
oh yeah. Sorry, I should have mentioned that before, but this will actually pay well.
The radio ad said he's not charging for tickets.
Mr. Monsoon kind of has our back. He has like it's sort of a personal project of his. He has he has a bit of a stake in it.
Stu, are you fucking this man?
In a way, or well, no, but no.
Sam sits down.
Uh,
Can I smoke in here, Stu?
yes, of course.
Thank God. Every lights. There's cigarettes. There's pipes. It's a very tobacco heavy group. I think. Is this one? Sorry, is this one of your weed bands or one of your tobacco bands?
It's kind of both.
Oh,
I'm trying a new fusion
A
thing.
spliff band.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this band is, as we all probably know, in the Psychomantium of Moses Salmon.
Of course.
But you can refer to it colloquially as either Psychomantium or Moses Salmon, or like, I don't know, if you could come up with like a cool abbreviation for it.
There's
that
a
would be
murmur
cool
of,
too.
yeah, it's easier that way.
Yes, exactly. And okay, guys, let's get real. I know that I've been maybe a little bit weird recently because in that you haven't seen me at all.
Yep.
But I you know, things have just been really picking up recently, and there's nothing I want more than to just get back in the stew. I wink at someone.
Get back.
And,
Say that again.
get back in the stew.
Well, don't worry about it.
Like I want to lay down the flute parts. I want to finish the album. I want to loop you guys in on all of this, but it's a little bit crazy. I don't want you guys to think I'm crazy. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that, and you'll think I'm like normal and cool.
Roll manipulate someone, please. you deranged psychomantium.
Okay. Okay. Let me find my character sheet here.
Let's see if I have a plus 12 to my manipulate someone.
Right. Okay. So that is a 6. Oh, I have 2 level ups also, but we'll get to that later probably.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we didn't have a lot of time since last session.
Yeah. I do think that Stu has been kind of like going nonstop for a while, and I think these level ups have sort of been like, I think they're gonna hit him all at once. I don't think he's like taken enough rest time to like.
That's fair. Yeah, he's probably been
Like-
sleeping fewer than 5 hours a night.
Yeah, and like before that, he was like in a coma for a while. So like,
Okay, so you got a 6 on this manipulate someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say everybody is getting up to leave. I think. I think they're getting a vibe that you seem maybe a little bit unstable there, Stu. I'm gonna say Tony Suit and Amanda first out the door. Craig not here yet, obviously. Tom and Sam, they seem still interested in talking to you, but their body language is seeming like they're not super stoked on this idea.
it's $500 a person, and it's 2009, so that's like $1,000. It's good money. I can.
Okay. Hit me with another. Manipulate someone.
That one was an 11.
Wow. Okay. Tony Suit steps back into the room. He looks you dead in the eye. Stuart. $700.
Fine. Yeah.
Everybody else is like, well, $700. Each $700. Okay. Any weird shit, man? Not like obviously like drugs is fine. Like we're gonna do this as a favor to our good friend $700.
Thank you.
But
I'll take it.
Stu, we're gonna have to cut the Weasel song.
We could.
Nope.
We'll talk about it.
You hear a knock at the door, and Craig and Mr. Monsoon are walking in. Camera crashes out the window, breaking another one. We fly up 2 stories. Valerie, you are in.
Yes.
Mr. Monsoon just said some confusing and odd shit to you quite recently, and he's taken not Mr. Monsoon, Guy Go, and he's taken you upstairs a little bit to talk. The 2 of you are in what looks to be everything in this building looks like it was used relatively recently. There's like a fair like bit of dust on it, but like shit was like just kind of like left around. Hella mysterious. Some floors almost completely empty. Some floors with businesses. This such floor. You're in a break room. You're sitting across from Guy. He's got a manila envelope on the table and a big old cup of black coffee. And then he sighs, stands up, and pours you a big cup of black coffee as well. And he's just sitting there, just kind of like
Thanks.
facing his hands.
Hey, girl. Valerie.
Yes.
Shit's bad, bro.
Yeah. It would seem that way.
We've complicated. You're copying my voice, and I don't appreciate it. I'm sorry. I joke to make levity. I'm sorry. It's I mishandled things back there. Val, you strike me as someone who likes Band-Aid ripped off real clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
like,
For that, we're gonna.
no point like fucking around the point.
Don't beat around the
Just,
bush.
like,
Yeah. So I'm gonna do some slightly. Just trust that all the strange arcane bullshit I'm about to do is in the it's in the spirit of discourse. Okay. Disclosure. Fuck. I'd like you to put your hand into this manila envelope. Is that a fire alarm?
Yeah, the fire alarm in my building just went off.
We're gonna cut there.
We'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I will hop off and let you know on Discord what happens.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
That's crazy. That's pretty crazy timing. We're gonna cut further up. The camera once again backs out of that place. We're up on the roof, and Zeke, you and Mr. Monsoon. What does this fix things? Yes. Zeke, you and Mr. Monsoon are up on the roof. He asked you to accompany him up here because he is afraid of heights.
I think we're just like staring out at the coastline.
Yeah. Torrential rain, beautiful, like beating sheets of rain on like the choppy sea, just off in the distance. You got a big umbrella that you found downstairs by a big bin full of umbrellas. I'm a wordsmith. Mr. Monsoon is smoking out of his weird like little gourd harmonica nose mouth pipe thing. So he's like, that's like the exhale sound, like long sigh. He's like, so Ezekiel, Arthurs, how are you?
I've been enjoying the rain,
Well, you're welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Kid, there's something you should know. And
I could tell you it. I've been called an indelicate person before. I can tell you it, or I can make Andy tell you it. But I feel like you're gonna want to have a conversation with Andy sometime soon. I think yes.
Yeah, I mean, I've been noticing some
Yeah.
indiscrepancies.
So I can push really. I can force her hand into that situation. Do you want to have possibly life-shattering revelation during that conversation or before it, friend? Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like I'd rather hear it come from her.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. I just, I've been given few options before, so I'd like to give as many options as I can. And he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. He gets like real right up in your face, and he pulls out his like kind of harmonica pipe thing, and he's like, "Okay, man." Yeah, and he reaches to the top of his balaclava, pulls it off. You're standing face to face with Andy. You two are now. You look around. You are no longer on the roof of the building. You are just in the subway, speeding along. And she's just like holding onto it and looking to you. She goes, "Oh, okay, hi, Zeke. Yeah." She's not wearing like a suit or
Yeah.
anything. She's just like, the instant you see her face, boom, it's her and you're there. Let me find the subway image. Bum, 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 bum,
Would you say
bum.
that Andy is kind of the Amber of this universe?
No. Next question.
Does she like dark root beer?
She
It's the only thing that matters.
she might never have tried it actually,
Wow.
and that's sad.
So very different in some ways.
Fuck, that's the wrong subway image. How do I have so many different images? How did the fire alarm go off during this, man? That's crazy. That's pretty much. This is the view out the front of the subway. So, yeah.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, since
Since,
I've talked to you, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot. Take a seat. Zeke. So,
And I do.
the current calendar year is 2009. You oh fuck. You remember Futurama? Yeah, Philip J. Fry, Frozen in the year.
Vaguely.
1990. There's a disconnect here. I'm trying so hard with the Kiwi accent, man. It's so hard. Frozen in the year 1999. Woke up year 3000. Really disorienting. Imagine how much that would fucking suck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so less than 1,000 years must seem like a big old just a cakewalk, yeah? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. You were here for the interim, a different Zeke. You're like you were I mean, essentially you are the you from the moment you stepped onto the train, yesterday morning for you. Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Your parents, man, I don't know specifically where they are. I've always said as much. I do know that they disappeared into the kind of wake of the subway, which is probably not great for them, but it does mean they might still be there. Hope. Great. Yeah. Oh, that other guy, Mr. Monsoon. He's actually a pretty decent guy. I think you can probably. I would, if my word is worth anything. He's pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be here without you. It sounds like
Yeah, I'm like your mom a little bit.
something must have happened.
Yeah. The other Zeke got shot in the head. It was really fucking sad.
What?
Yeah. It shouldn't have happened. Wrong place, wrong time. Me and Mr. Monsoon have been playing. I think for a while there, we each thought one was playing chess and the other one was playing checkers, and we kind of swapped which one we thought was playing which. Even though we really probably should have just been playing squash. It's not. We lose.
I think
yeah.
ever since you said the other Zeke, Zeke's eyes have kind of glazed over a little bit,
yeah.
and so Annie's like fumbling on about like these.
She reaches into her pocket and she's like, she pulls out a piece of paper. It's like, this is how she kind of scans over it. She's like, okay, Rain Guy and the green guy go. They reckon that we got 2-3 days for you and Valerie to try and recover from this really bad thing that's happened to both of you. We're gonna answer as many questions as we can, give you a bit of rest and relaxation. No, fuck, that's nothing.
Well, I mean, how much rest do I like? What's different?
Zeke, can I be honest with you?
Do I have the same bits?
Oh, I mean, I didn't. Have you noticed any bits missing? I can give you new bits, but I didn't. I'm gonna be real. It wasn't
No,
like.
I mean, like, if I get cut, like, hurt or injured or something, how vulnerable am I? Am I the same, or am I?
I don't really know. Zeke, the accent's fake.
What?
I just didn't want people to know
Oh.
that me and Mr. Monsoon sounded the same.
It was so good.
This is why it was kind of a little all over the place. Dermot's accent is real. He does sound like that. I was hoping that if I made a New Zealand like mud man, Zeke, you're made out of mud, but you are 90% of like what was in the original Zeke. I don't like saying the original Zeke because, like, again, you did do it at the same time as him. In my opinion, you're still Zeke, but you might. I've not cut you. I've not seen if you bled. But before, when I made a guy, it didn't go so great. But it didn't go great because he did die of wounds. Can you roll me act under pressure, maybe, just to see how heavy this is kind of weighing on the boy? Yeah.
Oh, that's a 12.
You're taking this really well, Zeke.
I think Zeke is just quietly contemplating, just really mentally chewing.
Yeah, take
on
all the
everything
time
that's being said.
Take all the time you need. Yeah, I didn't want it to go this way. I kind of dropped the ball. Anything you need for now, I'm going to see what I can do. There's a thing that I think is hunting you guys based on some cursory data that Dermot's given me. You have less to worry about than the other two, just because your connection to me. I can. There's a lot of full disclosure that me and the guys can do, but the more information you have, more dangerous it is. I know that's a thing that people say a lot, but like, there's only so much that it's safe for you to know before you are like crazy vulnerable to certain things happening to you.
What happens to me if something happens to you?
I've been trying to get something to happen to me for a really, really, really long time. I think if that's what you're worried about, if you live as long as I continue to exist, it's very possible you're going to live literally forever. If that's what you're worried about. I don't think I can die. That's fun. It's been great. I also can't leave this fucking train. As long as my face is perceived by someone, I am Andy and I'm on this train. However, if I am obscured, he is Mr. Monsoon and he is elsewhere. Spoilers. Yeah, big reveal. Sorry, man. Valerie, it was revealed that Andy's accent had been fake this whole time.
Oh, Dermot's too?
No, Dermot's is real.
That was specified.
I love you guys. We're gonna cut there. Valerie, we cut back to you. Guy had to go to the bathroom. I learned that I have to do that now. That's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, Valerie. Would you put your hand in this manila envelope on the table? So the fire alarm just went off. Is that okay? Are we okay? Hopefully that wasn't just one of Stu's crazy guys pulling it.
Yeah, maybe Zeke with his like pyrotechnics or something.
Yeah, that kid.
Okay, I'll stick my hand in the envelope.
Okay, Valerie, I'm gonna want you to close your eyes.
Oh, okay.
Your hand is out in front of you, flat on the table inside this manila envelope. You hear a very, very loud bang. Valerie, roll act under pressure.
That is a 7.
You are, you are not like super startled by this, but you do instinctively pull your hand out of the bag. The bag does not move with your hand. Valerie, when you open your eyes, you see there is a nail driven through the bag into the table. And when you look at your hand, there's no hole in your hand. But it was for sure right smack dab in the middle of your hand. So, Valerie, quite recently, when Francois Nature, not a chill guy, by the way, was in your apartment, he shot you and Ezekiel both directly in the head to death.
Oh.
Yeah. Valerie, you are in a town, and you certainly are a ghost. I'm very, very sorry.
Well,
You're going to get a pay raise.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I was about to say like that's cool to get like a pay raise, but like I guess like
What do you need
what
money?
the fuck does money
What do you need
mean
money for?
like,
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
guess I don't. Do I still?
Now you're less of a ghost while you're in choke point, right? Like if I did that
Okay.
while you could see your hand, you're gonna have to learn how to not feel pain from things. Like if someone like cuts you with a knife, because it's not actually doing anything to you, but it's really hard to get over that.
Okay.
Um,
So
Yeah,
what if I like punch a wall? What happens then?
Kind of depends on intent, emotion, all sorts of stuff. I mean, you can try.
Okay. Yeah.
Punch that table. Punch that wall.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk up to the wall and just sort of like, fuck.
Can you roll weird for me, please, Valerie?
That is also a 7.
Okay. Your hand punches through the drywall, and then you see that it has also gone through a 2x4 stud that was behind it. That didn't break the stud. You didn't really feel it hit the stud. You just kind of felt like you just punched through a thin layer. And you pull your hand out, and you see that your hand just kind of fully sunk through the wall when you did that. Pretty crazy. Yeah, Valerie, I don't like when people are not given the full information. I'm sorry, this was a little again, it's a little brusque. But quite frankly, you are sort of a key log in this log jam that we have found ourselves in, despite maybe your best wishes and intentions. Ooh, and I need you at 100%. So me and Guy, I'm Guy, me and Mr. Monsoon, we've also told Zeke, or he's telling Zeke right now. So we're just trying to give Stu time to set up the thing. We don't really need anything from you guys for the next couple days. But things might start getting hairy out there. Hairy. And then,
Is that? I feel like that was supposed to be a joke.
yeah, so we think there's vampires that are interested in at least vampires or vampire, at least interested, again, from like the bullet that went through the window, trying to kill the little vampire. Yeah, so we don't really know.
Yeah. Wait. He said his uncle was trying to
Yeah.
get or smelled him.
I don't know.
nearby?
I don't know everything. Okay. I feel, but it's only fair to let you know, Francois is, him and I used to be very, very
Fucking
close.
dick.
But I don't want that to make you think that I would feel too bad if you ever got the opportunity to kill him. Again, I don't really know how possible that is. Now, Valerie, you're all. Give me an act under pressure. See how you're taking this information.
Oh wow. 14.
Oh my god. You feel a real steely birthday cake flavored resolve. And you're looking at Guy, and it's really clear that he is like, he's kind of coquettishly and coyly biting his lip in a way that lends you to think that there's something that he is not telling you that if he was maybe pushed right, he might reveal to you, but he is kind of unsure about. There's a lot on his mind right now.
Wait, so you
Yeah.
is it? I guess we don't know if it's possible to kill Mr. Francois Fuckface, but
Thank you.
is it? I guess okay if we kill him.
He kind I don't know. I don't know how to think about that one, Valerie. It's been a long time since I talked to that guy. He blames me for something that I think is not my fault, but also sort of a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun. Oh,
Sips his coffee.
Also, does like
Yeah.
is like my body important at all? Like,
I don't know, quite frankly, where your soul is its own like little thing right now. If someone desecrates your body, it probably doesn't feel great. Like if someone like chops it up or whatever, we buried it. I can take you there when you're ready.
okay.
Yeah, we've not told your parents where that you died or where it is. By the way, I don't. You can
Okay,
choose
that's
how to deal with
good.
that.
You
Maybe
know
after
what?
maybe after the concert. That car of yours is for sure like tied to your soul, though.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy?
Interesting.
You hear a rustle and a creak, and then the air conditioning turns on. Strange. It's cold outside. That's strange. It's cold outside. There's still something that he is really thinking about, but he's not revealed to you yet. In fact, it might take a manipulate someone to get him to reveal this piece of information. If Valerie wants to push far into this boss-employee relationship right now.
I don't think right now.
Valerie, if you need anything, I'm really sorry. Because I do take a fair bit of responsibility for, one, Francois being pissed off and wanting to murder people that were near to me. And also, you wouldn't be into this situation if I hadn't hired you. And I mainly hired you because you seem like just like kind of a chill hang.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. That's the first I've heard that from an employer.
We do things a little differently at the Choke Point Department of Resources and Affairs -NH. We are a little business casual around here. Yeah. Yeah. If you see that Man Maggots guy, let me know, okay? Because
Okay.
I just like, again, if you feel you need to kill Francois and like you have like no other option in that situation, or few other options, do it feels best. I feel like I don't have any right to tell you to not do that. Just don't believe anything that he says to you, Valerie.
Okay. Man Maggots, that is? Or
No,
Francois?
Francois. Man Maggots seemed kind of chill. I don't know. If he was made by Francois, I don't really know what his deal is. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Great.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Do you want like a hug?
Sure. I don't know. I don't know what any of this means anymore. It's like,
Very talky session. It's great.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
So this is just like it. I'm just a ghost, but like it.
If you stay
I
in
just-
choke point, you really likely won't notice too many differences in your man. Fuck, I wish Rutger was here. That guy was really good at doing this. Fuck, rest in piss. Yeah. If you try to go to like I don't know Vancouver, like you might be a bit less corporeal / have a hard time leaving town. But as long as you stay in the city limits, it's a ghost's town, baby.
Interesting. So like, okay, I guess also like, what's up with Zeke? Because like he's
Zeke's a Newman.
not a ghost, right?
Yeah, Zeke. The subway is very, very, very powerful kind of quantum being. And they kind of made a new Zeke out of the old Zeke. I don't really. Fuck, I don't know, man. That one is really. Of all the stuff here that I don't understand, I'm gonna be real. The subway is fucking high up on that list. I know what they do, and I can tell you. And it might
It's
honestly
okay.
be a little okay. Yeah, fair. I gotta say, Valerie, of all, you're gonna be hard to interact with, like for a lot of people. Not as in like you're off-putting. You're really nice. But as in like there's some stuff that's going to affect probably Zeke and definitely Stu way more than it's going to affect you just by your nature. Your pure soul.
Hell yeah. I mean, but it also seems like whoever is after us
Has one of
seems
the
to have.
has the same gun that we have that can kill ghosts. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, but like a sniper version of it or something.
Indeed they do. Yeah.
Fun.
You hear a crash from downstairs, and someone has pulled the fire alarm. We're gonna cut to Ezekiel Arthurs. Where has Andy taken you? Where did you request to go?
I probably requested to go back home. I feel like there's a lot of years worth of information that I have to sort through.
Yeah, to sort through and look up. You step out of now. This is fun. I gotta pull some stuff up. You step out of the spud station nearest to your home, and you see two. You're walking to your house, and you see two men walking down the street, and they are kind of squinting at you and like muttering to each other, and they look kind of familiar, but you're in like a bit of like a state, right? Like you've taken things well, but you're still a little flapped by all this. And then
I think I'm not even paying attention to my surroundings.
totally.
Just head down, really just internalizing a lot of things.
as you walk past them, you hear them like go, "What the fuck?" And then you hear over your shoulder a kind of apprehensive, like questioning yell of like, "Zeke?" Do you turn around?
Probably not. I feel like there's like a little too much going on. Zeke doesn't need another thing.
And these two men walk off into the being like, oh, and you hear someone say, "Oh, must not have been him." You get to your front porch, and you see that the truck that was parked there this morning is no longer there. Zeke heading inside.
Yeah.
You enter into your apartment, and you.
My house.
Yeah, you enter into your house, your domicile. It is cold, and you know it's been raining all day. You look around and you notice a lot of things that you'd probably been not letting yourself notice this whole time, like pretty big changes. Since the last time. What does Zeke spend the next couple hours doing?
I think trying to get a handle on the old Zeke's like PC, seeing if he can like guess the password or like try and like snoop around to find any files or information on his parents that he may have accumulated.
Okay. Yeah, roll me on.
Investigate a mystery?
Yeah, you are investigating a mystery. And Stu, just hold your horses, okay?
I am.
Okay.
That's a 7 total.
So the main thing that you ascertain is that this other Zeke made very little progress in the years you've been away. You find a lot of like started Word documents of like plan like
It's like half a page.
yeah, every single time it's like some news source where it's like you found out about like an art thing that your dad did a while ago, just went nowhere every single time. You really look like there's tons and tons of information about like the different tunnels in the subway. You know what a lot of those tunnels have, Zeke?
What's that?
Dead ends.
There's like maps and maps of just like red X's.
A lot of X's,
For the
not
train.
here. Yeah. The only thing that you had that you had it a long time ago, but you now have you found like better like quality footage is the last known appearance of your parents, which is them going down the escalator down into the Spud track, and they were at Donkersley Station. It's like says
That's the last.
yeah, it
place
says
we
it
see
says
them.
Donkersley
Left.
Donkersley 6 a.m. CCTV. They're not like holding like big map scrolls or whatever. They're not like dressed like they're going to be going away for a long time, holding
Yeah.
coffee, going down the escalator into the well, holding tea and coffee. Your dad doesn't like coffee. Going down in into the Spud line.
I think Zeke spends time cleaning up the PC. Maybe watches like a couple like videos on like the new operating software. But he was always pretty technically minded and could figure things out. So I think he's going to spend the next couple hours deleting anything that's a dead end and reformatting the PC like to like basically nothing except like this one lead that he has.
You see a new email in your inbox, and it's from someone with a. Zeke has a very complicated email forwarding system, and it was an email sent to his old high school email, which all of them forward to his secret secondary email, not the one that's like mainly for spam and stuff like that.
Yeah. But it's just a name, and that links into his main account.
Of course,
so you
of
can
course.
see
Yeah,
all of it at once.
Yeah, it's like Grolbach at hotmail.biz. And you see it's an email from from Danny Davidson, a guy you knew in high school. It says, "Hey Zeke, long time no see. Do you have a nephew or something? We just saw a guy that looks just like you. It's crazy. We should catch up sometime. With love, Daniel Stevens." It seems he's changed his name since high school. We're gonna cut.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna cut away. Stu, you have monetarily convinced your bandmates to do this concert. The morale isn't super high, but like they're still like super down to be doing it. But just again, everyone's a little the way everyone's talking, they're all very chill with it, but their body language is very like they're a little concerned.
Oh, okay. Sorry, you cut out for a second, and then you said all of it really fast.
Sorry. Discord will do that. Morale isn't super high amongst the psychomantium of salmon tarp or whatever.
Moses Salmon.
The psychomantium of Moses Salmon. Everybody is very willing to do this concert in the coming 5 days. You guys have been talking about like set list and like ways of people you want to invite and stuff. Mr. Monsoon walks in to the room, and everybody kind of looks at him a little confused. He's like, "Oh yeah, hey Stu, I just I just finished talking to Zeke. felt like I wanted to talk to the band. You know, we're gonna figure out like where we're gonna do this, how we're gonna do this. Now I was thinking we could do the Beatles rooftop thing, you know, but it's been done. We could invite people and just like fill the building with like speakers in different rooms or whatever. Just like, you know, money is
That sounds cool.
that does sound pretty cool. I think rigging up as much of the building as we can. And you see Tony Suit looks intrigued at this, as he's always talked about his synth heart project that he's wanted to put on for a while.
And can we? And I like lean in really close to Mr. Monsoon. Is $700 a person okay?
What, per day?
Wait, how many days is this?
5 coming till the
I thought this
concert.
was one concert.
Well, no, it's more. Yeah, but it's in 5 days.
Oh,
Yeah, money's not the biggest.
do you need everybody here
each
like,
day?
full time for 5 days?
No, I mainly need you to put on a concert. We need to talk about some of the specifics of that because, so folks, as I'm organizing this here joint, I've got a few stipulations as to lighting and I've got some poems that will need to be read at key times in the performance, and everybody's kind of rolling their eyes like they've dealt with you know, editorial interference before. So you two are kind of leading the band on a walkthrough of the building. What's the kind of big showstopper song that you guys have decided you're gonna do to like really wow people for the big finale of this thing?
I think it's Trout Carp.
It's Trout Carp?
Yep.
And is it's part of the title of this song?
No.
Trout Carp. It's gonna. You guys are discussing the finer points of Trout Carp. You roll me read a bad situation.
Okay. That's a 9.
You keep getting kind of distracted by like little glimmers of light. Craig is wearing a lot of like really reflective stuff on his jacket, so like he sometimes thinks that's it. Then you see when Tony Suit and Mr. Monsoon are like kind of looking over an electronic system in like the corner of this room. You see a super thin white dot appear in the small of Tony Suit's back, and it appears to kind of scan back and forth really quick and then zip off of him.
How sure do you think I am that this was that I really saw this? Like, I feel like I would probably not.
After one, wouldn't immediately be sure.
Yeah, it would be kind of insane to, like I'm already coming off as insane.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, this is a
I'm
difficult
trying to be-
situation
trying
that
to
I've
be
put you in.
I'm gonna. I think I can. Is my third eye open right now?
Yeah, you guys were all smoking in the previous room.
Okay. So I guess. Do I get questions for read a bad situation?
Yes.
Or okay. So I can hold 2.
Yes, you can. We're
I'm
still learning.
gonna-
We're pretty new to this system, everybody. Give us some time.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
It's very, very overcast outside still, kind of the effect of Mr. Monsoon being in the area. A lot of rain beating off the window. But you're kind of like following the line of sight because like, you know, you knew that a glimmer came from like a window beforehand, and you see something just kind of like float away at the edge of the window. It's almost like a floater in your eye, but if your eye was the window, like just kind of like a little blob, just kind of out of sight as you look to the window.
Okay. What's the best? Fuck. I don't know. I feel like that alone isn't conclusive enough to be like. I guess I could say, what's the biggest threat?
As you are like really like unsure because you don't want to like freak out your bandmates any more than like you very clear like you definitely have already, right? So you're kind of looking around and you see from like through another window maybe this very very thin white dot definitely appears again. This time it's on the back of Mr. Monsoon's head. It's only on him for like half a second. It flicks away to one of the human people, and it just is kind of hovering on them. It's not done anything yet, but it's just definitely like kind of like eyeing them up and down almost before just kind of disappearing away and appearing from like a completely different side. And it's happening frequent enough that you're starting to be a little bit more concerned. The hackles are being raised on the back of your head. I want to say with your third eye opened, you can see like more clearly, like the more you really like focus your eyes on it, it is definitely like you can see a kind of like beam of light. Like when you see the dot, you can kind of trace it to its origin with your eyes.
Okay.
And it's definitely staying away from Mr. Monsoon.
Okay.
It's lingering on other people way more longly.
Am I close to Mr. Monsoon?
You can be if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and I want to try and discreetly get his attention.
Oh,
although he is talking to everybody right now, right?
He's talking to Tony Suit about the electrics. But you know, everybody's kind of like talking amongst themselves about the potentials of this building. Now that they know they're making money, and now that they're talking to this guy who like does seem game and weird, like they're engaged because they know it's going to be a bit of a weird project. Monsoon keeps saying that he'll get his guys to set up the electronics tonight.
Right. Hey, Tony, do you mind if I have a word with Mr. Monsoon for a second?
Of course, Stuart. Anything for you.
Okay. Thank you.
He sets up his little synth in the corner and starts ruminating.
Hey, Mr. Monsoon.
What's up, champ?
I'm seeing like a kind of a white lasery looking thing, but like, how concerned about that should I be? Am I being paranoid? But that's my question.
I
I feel like I'm being paranoid.
I think you're being paranoid in a justified way. If it wanted to take a shot, I presume it would have had time already, but I wouldn't hate maybe getting everybody into the basement. It's going to be a hard sell getting these people into bulletproof jackets, bulletproof vests, right?
Yeah, probably. Is he just looking for nice man, the creature?
I presume so. We probably want to keep that guy for sure out of line of sight and not give this guy any reason to shoot at us. Finding him soon would be good, but also I do have an idea about how we can get everybody out of this situation quickly.
Okay.
Stu, I want you to go out into the hallway and pull the fire alarm.
But that's it?
Yeah. Sorry, do you want me to do a spell?
Well, shit, I guess not. Well, I feel like they're gonna see me leave the room and then. Like I feel like I could have come up with that, but you know what? That's fine.
We don't have to do the fire alarm thing. It's not canon yet.
No, well, that's fine. It's like I have to admit, it is a really good idea.
How the fuck are we gonna put on this concert, Stu? There's a vampire hunting us.
Yeah, I know.
Some sort of vampire hunter.
You know what? I'm gonna go pull the fire alarm.
Okay.
But okay, hold on.
Yeah, what's up, dog?
I'm thinking over this idea again. Is that not just gonna get everyone like outside into the street? Isn't that like worse than being in a building?
If you're in the rain, hopefully you're safe. Hopefully. I've done more. I've done bigger shit, man. Or we all find a room with no windows? Fuck. Just then,
What if we just...
Stu,
Yeah.
the fire alarm goes off.
Oh.
Whoa.
Valerie, you heard this
Was this
upstairs.
pre-planned for this episode?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Worked out pretty good that way. Valerie, you heard this going off upstairs. You and Guy. Zeke, you don't hear this. You are at your house.
Oh, shit. Seems like something's.
Seems like a fire is afoot.
Yeah, hang on. Ooh, hang on. I have a stupid idea.
Are you gonna jump out the window, Valerie?
No.
Okay, thank God.
I want
Oh
to see
my
what's
God.
going on. And then I'm gonna try to like dive through the floor.
Okay.
See if I can
Roll.
ghost myself
roll-
to the bottom floor.
Roll plus weird. Yeah. This is like a 10-ish, 13-ish story building.
Oh, and I'm on the top floor right now. Is
You
that
guys are on like the 8th floor.
8th floor?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's 3.
Or you take one harm as you just like really face plant the fuck into the linoleum floor of this room. Yeah, it really, you have to
Ow.
really in your head know that you're not gonna. It really, it's so hard to do your first time, Valerie. It's a fucking really Valorant. Oh, that's funny. It's a really Valorant effort. Oh yeah. Oh, I imagine that hurts.
Yeah. Ow.
Yeah.
Hang on. Do I have to just take the fucking stairs, I guess?
Yeah. Yeah. Guy sinks to the floor.
Fuck off. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna run down the stairs.
You take the fire. You take the fire escape. You are running, and then you see coming up from the basement, running up into the fire escape. You see Simeon Sitovich and Man Maggots just kind of standing there looking at you. Is it a fire that is real, Valerie Thorne? Hello. It is I, Simeon.
Hi, Simeon. I don't know. I heard it up here. It's, I actually don't know. I presume there's some sort of emergency going on downstairs. I kind of just want to check it out.
This is what one of these usually does signify. I was hoping
Yeah.
to use my inverse fire technique on the flames. Stu, you and the rest of your band pile out into the fire escape, and you see Valerie talking to Man Maggots and Simeon Sitovich. Oh, great! Yeah.
When did I last see Valerie? It would have
Um,
been like in the last couple days, right?
Like
it was like an hour to 15 minutes ago.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. Well, good to know that Valerie's still around.
Is something going on downstairs?
Well, it would seem like there's a fire, probably.
You don't know either?
Well, I know in that I'm hearing the fire alarm, which usually means there might be a fire.
Okay, so we're on the same page then.
Yeah, it's a fire alarm.
Stu, from behind the door that you just came through, you hear a very soft knocking and the voice of the creature. Stuart,
Oh shit. Okay.
there's a loud noise in the building.
It's gonna be okay, buddy.
What's going on over there, Stu?
Who's that?
That's Amanda.
Nothing. I'll be out in a second.
You have to go talk to yourself in the corner over there?
Yeah, just in the. I forgot something in this cupboard, I think. So I want to make sure it doesn't. Just want to grab it. But please go on without me.
Can you roll manipulate someone, please, Stu?
A lot of these a bit. 8.
All right, Stu, we're gonna enroll a buddy system. I'm gonna ask you to take a buddy with you, if that's all right.
Like I'm already here though. Or you want to send a buddy? Are you asking to be my buddy or?
I don't need to be your buddy. I'd like to get out of this building that the fire alarm just went off in.
I think you guys all should, and then I'll be right behind you.
Okay. And she just kind of like backs down the stairs, looking at you, and then they all file out of the building. Valerie, do you follow them? Simeon and Man Maggots are in this hallway. Man Maggots is wearing a hood, so his maggot face is not visible to these people. Just in case you were worried. Stuart.
You know, I kind of want to stick around in this building and see what's going on.
I agree, Valerie. You guys hear the huff and puff of boots coming from further down. Stu, do you leave this fire escape to go back to see what the creature wants?
Yeah, I gotta talk to the creature.
Stu,
Yeah.
I do not wish to be.
Anybody-
I do not wish to be seen by your bandmates. They seem judgy.
They're a little hard to get to know, but they're cool. Well, I'll introduce you guys like in the show. It's gonna be awesome.
They kept saying
Listen.
they kept saying that there were only 5 members or 6 members of the band. They do not remember the 7th member. Nice man.
I mean,
Must-
I think
Mm.
they're not very good at counting. I don't think.
I wish not to go outside. I fear my uncle.
You know, I think that's a great idea. I think you're probably going to be safest right here. We're going to go outside where we're going to be safest, but we'll come back for you very soon, and we're not going far, so it'll be okay. Just sitting here, just count to like 10,000.
Can you roll me a manipulate someone, please, too?
7.
As soon as I hit 10,000, I'm leaving.
That's fine. You don't have to stay in here. I think it's probably best if you do, but I'm not keeping you here.
That's nice. I'll sit in my cupboard, but will you tell me a story when you come back?
Of course.
Slinks away, up and backwards. The cupboard door closes behind him.
Okay, I'm gonna hurry out to down the fire escape.
Everybody, Valerie, you're staying. Valerie, you're staying in the building.
Yeah, I want to see what's going on.
Okay, cool.
So you're still like several floors above Stu, right?
Yes.
So he wouldn't know this unless he notices that you're not.
No, you guys were in. You guys managed to get to the same floor of the fire escape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then you went further down with your band. Valerie, Man Maggots, and Simeon Sitovich are still on approximately floor 5, where the creature also is. You managed to have that conversation without anybody seeing you. Zeke is currently Googling stuff at home. Or I guess
so just
binging.
To clarify, I did not hear or see Stu with the creature just now.
I don't believe so. No.
No, because I think Stu went back inside
Yeah.
to talk to him,
God,
and then
incredible,
came back out to join everyone else.
Valerie, my condolences on your loss.
Thanks. I guess. Whatever.
Shit's rough. Can I ask how you?
Okay.
I can tell you're a ghost because of my wizard's eyes, but how did you actually die?
Oh, I don't remember it.
Makes sense.
But I was told that Francois Nature shot me, or at least I think police officer. He was there, and I died and shot in head.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
We will have much to discuss, Valerie Thorne,
Yes,
when our current project is completed.
I think it would also be nice to chat with you. We might have a project to work on together.
Fuck yeah. We're gonna cut outside to Stu. You and the band are standing in like the pouring rain. Nobody else has filed out of this building. The building appears to be completely empty otherwise, and the fire alarm is still going. You hear the very distant sounds of perhaps police sirens, most likely fire engines. We briefly cut to Zeke Googling, and like fire engine drives right past his house. Environmental storytelling. you guys passed Dermot on the stairs going down. And your bandmates are like, man, why the fuck are there so many other people in this building that we're going towards the fire, Stu? This is actually kind of nuts. You were maybe a little distracted looking for this creature while you're outside? Question mark. The vampire, the creature's uncle. I'm just presuming that's what's Stu doing out on the curb.
Yeah, just like, I don't know. I'm still trying not to seem insane. I think is my first priority because if I like act weird enough that I jeopardize the band, then I think that
Weird
then
enough
I
that
think I'm
$700 isn't worth it.
yeah.
Roll me an act under pressure.
8.
You are very sweaty, but that's about it. You're kind of scanning up and down the building, and fire alarm's still going off. You're like really trying to see if you can see this thing. You just can't. You can't get a spot on him. The banders are talking amongst themselves, doing more kind of like planning stuff, talking to Mr. Monsoon, who's kind of looking at you, giving you a big thumbs up. Valerie, you, Simeon, Man Maggots upstairs are walking through the hall. What floor do you guys go to?
Which floor are we on now?
5.
5.
You went down from 8 to
feel-
5.
Okay, yeah. I feel like we keep on going down. Just sort of.
You guys scanning, just kind of chatting idly, looking to see. You guys don't smell any smoke. You've not seen a flipped fire thing yet. Well, roll me maybe read about situation. That's the one that has like where did it go, right? No, that's investigative mystery. Roll investigative mystery.
6.
Okay.
Oopies.
Valerie, you hear a window crash as you guys are walking through one of the rooms on the 3rd floor. And as you get to the room, you see the window is completely smashed open, and there is a little brown hairy figure like floating off in the air. And you look down and you see that the band on the ground and you on the 3rd floor form 2 points of a triangle. The 3rd point is made by this vampire floating in line with you and in line with the people on the ground. And he's just looking at you and he's looking at the people on the ground. And he's holding this massive, long, fuck-off piece of wood. And he's just kind of slowly floating further and further up in the air. And he gives you a little wave. Any moves from Valerie or Stu on the ground?
Right. Oh boy.
He's floating.
Sorry, Keeper, can you repeat what you last said? I didn't quite catch that last
Did I
sentence.
fully cut off weird? Yeah, there's the vampire guy is floating in line height-wise with you directly above the band on the ground, just scratched out of this window, and is starting to kind of float up in the air and is waving. Any actions taken by either Valerie or Stu at this time?
Does Stu clock this?
You and your entire band clock this as the vampire
Okay.
bursts out of this window.
Right. Okay. So it's
They're like,
Yeah,
what the fuck? Is a little drone?
Okay, I think I'm gonna try and lead people back
Mhm.
inside, I guess. Just like I'll take this. I'm gonna assume that inside the building is now once again a better place to be than outside of the building.
How are you
and
leading
I-
these people inside?
I yell right this way, everybody! Like not acknowledging the. I'm trying to be a calming presence, you know.
Do you know what I'm going to ask of you, Henry?
I have an idea. Okay. Okay. That's a 6.
They don't even fucking begin to react to you. They're just looking up, glass raining down from this massive broken window. And they're just like,
that's
holy,
fair.
holy shit.
Did anyone get hit by the falling glass?
Roll me 2d6, please, Reese. No. Sorry, I just looked through your other webcam, the one that's looking straight down at the guys. What did you actually roll?
It was an 8, 2 4s.
Cool. No one got hit. The glass bounces off their many umbrellas.
Okay, I feel like I still need to get more of a read on like what is happening here. So I'm gonna use oops.
To stumble across something otherwise overlooked.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking. And the stream will be wrapping up pretty soon. This is a fun point to end it. We're probably gonna start again after a couple day break.
couple hours.
In a couple hours for session 3. What do you stumble upon? It's got to be something important. It's got to be something important and cool.
It has to be important, but it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to be
relevant
related,
to the
yeah.
current situation. For those of you playing along at home.
You walked into the foyer of the building, super sure that these people were just going to follow behind you. You're at the end of your rope, Stu. And you see that there's a poster on the wall calling for election reform, and it appears it was ripped in half. But you can see that it is a poster not in favor of the current mayor of Choke Point, Mayorio Spot. And it appeared to have
his name.
Yeah. Do you not know the mayor? You don't know the mayor of the town you live in?
I guess not.
Wow, look who doesn't keep up with
local politics. Yeah, it appears that there is an election coming up, and on this political poster it says this is an important one, but it's been ripped off the wall partially. But there's a couple of them, so you can piece together this information.
Right.
The vampire is kind of closer to you, Valerie, than to the guys on the ground. It's just kind of drifting up. And it's not drifting up. It's not like flapping its wings or anything. It's standing perfectly straight, and it's just kind of like...
just hovering.
The feet kind of go backwards, and it's just kind of floating up. And it gives you a jaunty little wave. You see that there is something on its head, but its fur is so wet from the rain that it's hard to see what it is.
I guess would I recognize it as either because we saw a creature when we entered that demolished building basement.
It does look
Is that the
incredibly
same
similar
one?
to it. I'm
And
gonna
I guess
say,
it
does Valerie
follow-up
could Valerie distinguish between like one bat and another bat?
I don't know is the thing. I guess is it? I guess another question would be, would I be able to know if it was the same one that was in my building as well, or do I? Is it just kind of like if I look at like a
Roll
two
me.
pigeons, I'm not good at telling them apart.
Roll me another investigative mystery. Let's
Okay.
yeah, it's just to see how well Valerie remembers things.
That's a 7.
You are 70% sure that you have only ever seen one of these vampire
Okay.
things, not including Nice Man.
Okay.
As this guy floats up into the sky, all your band members gawking up at it like it's a UFO. Our camera flies straight up into the air, and we see Choke Point from above. And the torrential rain is focused at its heaviest around this building, and the clouds kind of dissipate further out, and we see that on the horizon there are harsh and bitter winds. Concert in 5 days. Jump, 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 jump.
Majora's Mask sounded.
Did we learn anything new or important about one of the survivors? Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
The survivors
I
did.
feel like we did. Yeah.
The hunters
I
is the
feel
word
like-
I'm looking for.
I
Mhm.
feel like through learning about Mr. Monsoon and Andy, we have in a way learned more about Ezekiel Arthurs.
Indeed. Have we learned anything new and important about the world? I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Andy's
That
accent.
one is the Mr.
fake
Monsoon
all
and
along.
Andy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was like the one part of that I actually was here for of the big reveal, but
Unfortunate.
I guess not even that I was here, that it was reiterated to me upon my return, but it's the one that's gonna stick with me the most, I think.
And that one, it wasn't like we'll talk about this in a second. Did we learn anything new or no? Fuck. Did we solve the current mystery?
No.
Did we save anybody from certain death or worse?
Oh,
Not
I
really.
don't think so.
No, that's a no. I don't think so.
that would be a pretty hard one to argue.
We're gonna hit you with 1 XP for this one. Stu,
Oh, yeah, also,
please do your level ups.
yeah. I was just gonna say that I'm gonna do just another +1 to
Another +1 to cool, and another +1 to cool.
another +1 to weird. Sorry, the first +1 to weird and only. And then I'm gonna mark read a bad situation
Advanced.
and is it 2? I think it's 2.
I think it's two.
I'm gonna mark that advanced and also
Manipulate someone.
I mean that would make sense contextually because it seems like
You haven't
I'm
really been
practicing a
rolling
lot.
high on it, though.
No, but I've been doing it kind of okay a lot, and that's how you get better at it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you over expect how good you can get it lying in a week, and you under expect how good you can get it lying in a year.
Yeah, exactly.
I hit
Stu
almost
Parker.
every beat that I wanted to this episode, and that's okay. There's one thing that I forgot about, and it was when all the bandmates were confronting Stu. I wanted one of them to say "Cry Part" and "Gunslinger," but it slipped my mind because I think Stu only is friends with people that are fans of The Dark Tower and or Dune, and or Andor. This has
Maybe
been
not Andor, but yeah.
Ghosts Town, a Vampire Hunter Session 2. Thank you for listening to us talk for a while. Thank you,
Oh,
Uben
I
X
get
and
it.
McLaughlin
It's
Tess
like-
in chat.
It's like a vampire who is a hunter.
Uh-huh.
But is also hunting a vampire, maybe too.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there is an exclamation mark, a question mark, and an exclamation mark. See? Thank you, and good night.